Hello, everyone. Welcome to Deep Patrol. Submarines are the most unique operational command centers. Submarines have been used since World War I, when they were recognized as a main pillar for the world's strongest nations, then used for various purposes including intelligence gathering, surveillance, and reconnaissance in the mid-20th century. They carry guided missiles, ballistic missiles, and torpedoes. It's no surprise that nearly 55% of the Navy's nuclear weapons are loaded on submarines. Life inside a submarine is critical, meticulous, and classified for U.S. Navy submariners who are a vital part of national defense. These sailors bravely dive into the sea for months at a time, only surfacing to pick up more equipment. Submarines are essential for national defense. These nuclear-powered warships are capable of traveling underwater at extremely high pressure and depths unreachable by humans for months, only resurfacing when supplies run out. Many countries possess advanced submarines, large in size with extraordinary destructive power. One of the largest and most powerful submarines today is the U.S. Navy's Ohio class. The Ohio class has served the U.S. Navy as a nearly undetectable intercontinental missile launch platform. The U.S. Navy has 18 Ohio-class submarines in service since 1981. 4 of them have been converted to the SSGN type due to the START II Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, agreed upon in June 1992. The 4 converted submarines had their ICBM modules removed and replaced with 154 Tomahawk cruise missiles. These 4 boats are useful for various missions, including seeking and destroying enemy vessels. As for the remaining 14, each still carries 24 Trident, 2 intercontinental ballistic missiles, playing a vital Ohio-class submarines operate within the Pacific Fleet, based in Bangor, Washington, and the Atlantic Fleet in Kings Bay, Georgia. Nearly all nuclear-powered submarines operate the same way from one country to another. Each boat has 2 crew groups that work at designated times, a blue crew and a gold crew. The blue crew is deployed first. They serve during patrols lasting 77 days at sea, plus 35 days in port for repairs. Each submarine conducts patrols on a rotating scheduled basis, so there is always a fleet deployed. Crew members must undergo intensive training to prepare for any eventuality at sea. They are trained for various situations, including rescuing crew members who have fallen overboard. Here, sailors are required to successfully carry out rescue missions within limited time using fast and precise maneuvering.
He's clear, sir.
Another scenario is fire on board. Crew members are trained to respond quickly and react according to procedure when a fire breaks out inside the vessel. You can imagine how dangerous fire gas and toxic smoke spreading through every cramped compartment of a submarine filled with weapons and submerged in the ocean would be. How do they continue to breathe? In this scenario, they are required to wear specialized gas masks that provide heat protection and supply oxygen to the crew. The crew is divided into 3 main teams. Team 1 is in the panel room to monitor and locate the source of fire. They use radio communication to inform Team 2, which is tasked with extinguishing the fire. While Team 3 provides aid to crew members affected by the fire. Submarines have always been synonymous with periscopes. This is a vital feature for all submarines. Periscopes are used to observe objects above the water surface in all directions while remaining in a protected position underwater.
And in US Arleigh Burke at a range of about 3,000 yards. Zooming in. That is the Nansen connected through the hose.
During wartime, periscopes can only be used for brief periods to avoid detection by the enemy. Some radar systems can detect periscope tips, which would put the submarine in danger. For over a century, the periscope was the only way for submarines to see conditions at the surface, until the era of nuclear-powered submarines, when underwater television was introduced. One striking feature of the control room in modern submarines is the absence of a large periscope in the center of the room for viewing above water. Instead, they use digital periscopes. The crew uses an Xbox controller to operate the photonic mast of the digital periscope. The optical device produces imagery from outside the submarine displayed on monitors. The digital periscopes not only allow the crew to see imagery outside the vessel, but also transmit images to the entire naval fleet. Since submarines operate underwater, torpedoes are their primary weapon. However, they can also launch surface-to-air missiles for self-defense against aerial attacks or strikes located thousands of kilometers away. In this video, the submarine Chicago conducts a drill using a missile against a target boat. After the vessel is damaged by the missile strike, they send a torpedo to the starboard side of the ship to sink it. Ballistic missiles on submarines are intended to be useful for survival during a nuclear attack on the country. Unlike Russia's Typhoon, the Ohio class has limited facilities and space. Additional facilities are very important for submariners to do something during their free time, considering they will spend 3 months without sunlight in a metal tube underwater. This situation can certainly be frustrating. The mess hall is the only open space not designated for work. Small bunk beds are the only private space for the crew. As the name suggests, submarines rely on a blanket of water for stealth mode. America's Ohio-class submarines are known to dive up to 250 meters underwater. However, once a submarine surfaces, its stealth mode is lost, especially in the era of advanced satellites where submarines can be easily detected. Therefore, it is important for submarines to remain underwater for extended periods so they can move from one area to another undetected. Nearly all ballistic missile submarines are nuclear-powered, meaning they have virtually unlimited range and dive time. The reactor core of these vessels only needs to be replaced once every few decades. Additionally, submarines have oxygen generators and desalinators to convert seawater into fresh water for consumption. In this strict and highly limited life, submariners can still enjoy life. They can even receive standard medical support on board if needed. Psychologically trained submarine medical officers provide the crew with medical and dental support while at sea. Despite the long patrol periods in the U.S. Navy, submarines are known to have the best food of any vessel. Food is extremely important for crew morale, considering that serving on a submarine is one of the toughest duties in any navy. Submarine galleys are equipped with commercial cooking equipment, such as large fryers and ovens. Submarines are also supplied with various stocks of fresh and canned food, sufficient for months. When a submarine surfaces, its ballast tanks are filled with air, making the submarine's density lower than the surrounding water. The Arctic region provides perfect protection for submarine operations because of the ice layer covering the sea surface. This condition makes submarines difficult to track or spot from the air. However, the ice layer also makes it difficult for submarines to communicate with parties above the surface. Therefore, these very large submarines must be capable of breaking through ice up to 2 meters thick in order to communicate. In preparation, the U.S. Navy conducts a program known as ICE-X. Field agents are sent to prepare the terrain for the submarine. First, they mark the exact spot of where the submarine will surface. Then they use drills to make holes in the ice surface. After drilling the hole, they insert acoustic beacons so the submarine can track them as confirmation.
From impact, clear on top sounders.
Impact!
The submarine will break through the thick ice layer as it surfaces. Finally, sailors manually clear the ice around the hatch opening. This is the end of this video. See you on the next Deep Patrol episode.